A child can sit quietly and feel complete without knowing why. An awakened sage sits the same way, fully aware. This talk is about what was lost in between and how nothing was ever truly lost. Adam is the pure intellect. Eve is the pure mind. And Eden is not a place. Eden is the state of being, pure presence, the simple, silent sense. I am. This is not history. This is not doctrine. It is only a pointer to something already present in every human being from childhood till death. When a child is an infant, it still lives close to this state. There is experience, but no psychological center yet. No fixed me, no other, no separation. Thoughts and emotions may arise, but they do not leave deep impressions. They pass, and being remains untouched. That is why a child is joyful, not because life is perfect, but because life is not yet divided. Even language reflects this. For a time the child may say, Maria is hungry, not, I am hungry. The name is known, but it is not identity. The child and the awakened sage are always in a blissful state for the same reason. Neither is burdened by the artificial self. Gradually, the mind organizes itself. It constructs a world, and within that world, it constructs a person. This person is called ahankara, the artificial I. This structure is necessary. Without it, one cannot function, survive, or relate. Within this structure appear God and world, right and wrong, success and failure. Nothing is wrong here. Yet beneath all of it, something remains untouched. A quiet background sense. I am. The mind now runs continuously, as sound, as images, as memories, as projections. Day and night during waking hours, along with it comes a subtle feeling. This is me. This is mine. This identification is the tree of knowledge. The so-called forbidden fruit is the belief that this constructed I is what we truly are. Notice something simple. This I exists only while awake. In deep sleep it disappears completely. Yet you do not disappear. The mind works like an indexing system. It records, labels, compares, and stores like a spider weaving a web. It connects experiences into a story called my life. Each morning when you wake up for a brief moment, there is no story. Just being. Then memory returns, roles return, the program resumes, every experience leaves impressions. Pure consciousness becomes mixed with memory and interpretation. This creates a spectrum. At times, consciousness is mostly clear, at times heavily conditioned, often somewhere in between. This is not a ladder. It is not progress. It is simply where attention is resting now. When attention rests closer to pure consciousness, actions become natural, speech becomes simple. There is honesty without effort. When attention rests heavily in mixed consciousness, the inner space contracts. Life becomes a project. There is constant becoming, constant anticipation. This is not wrong, but here what we call happiness is mostly relief or pleasure. True happiness is different. Notice this carefully. When a desire is fulfilled, or a fear dissolves, or a problem resolves, what actually happens? The dominant story drops. The artificial I loses its grip. And in that gap, attention rests naturally in being. Peace is felt not because something was gained, but because something stopped. Soon another thought appears and the cycle continues. This movement is called a shift in consciousness. It happens constantly, either outward towards stronger identification or inward towards simplicity, openness, and presence. Nothing needs to be reached. The center is never distant. It is only overlooked. A useful metaphor is a CD. A CD has many circular tracks. Most people live on one familiar track, different scenes, same reactions. Through meditation, selfless action, devotion, or inquiry, attention may shift inward to a subtler track. Not by force, not by effort, but by quiet availability. Eventually, the metaphor breaks at the center. There is no track, no CD, no recording. Only being certain moments in nature, such as solar or lunar eclipses, often invite deeper stillness. Not because they cause awakening, but because they naturally encourage inwardness and receptivity. For one who is already attentive, such moments may support clarity and insight. Nothing special is required. And finally, enlightenment is not becoming extraordinary. It is becoming ordinary again without confusion. It is returning to innocence, but consciously. This is what Christ meant by being born again. Not a physical rebirth, but the falling away of the artificial self. The kingdom of God is not elsewhere. It is hidden. It was never lost. The child knows it unconsciously. The awakened one knows it consciously. Nothing was missing. Nothing was achieved. Only identification relaxed, and what remains is what always was. Silent, whole, uncaused. I am.